Much of the intrigue in combat sports comes from its definitive nature.
BJ Penn and Matthews for the welterweight championship.
This fight is to figure out who is the baddest man on the planet. This is the fight that settles it all.
At a competition's conclusion,
he's got the choke. He's down. It's over.
That's it. That is it.
There is one winner.
BJ Penn. He has upset Matthews.
And one loser.
Randy Couture completely dominated Chuck Liddell in an incredible upset.
But rivals often meet again.
And they run it back once again. Act 2.
And on the rare occasion where they trade wins and losses.
And the torch is passed. Wow. Revenge is sweet.
It takes a third and final contest.
The trilogy is about to be completed.
In order to solidify the better man.
What a capstone he puts on the trilogy here tonight.
Some of the UFC's most iconic championship fights have taken place under these circumstances.
Chuck Liddell remains the light heavyweight champion of the world.
But none with greater stakes than the heavyweight championship bout that will headline UFC 252.
We have got a trilogy to complete. Oh, man.
We don't get these very often. 1-1.
Oh, they 1-2 from Cormier. Oh, he hurt him. DC shocks the world.
2 champions.
Oh, DC's hurt.
Oh, now a right hand up top. Cormier in trouble.
Wow.
This is the one that tells you who's the greatest heavyweight the UFC's ever seen.
This fight is for legacy. This fight is for history.
It means a lot. It means everything. You know, it's going to define me.
Reigning UFC heavyweight king Stipe Miocic, owner of the division's most consecutive title defenses.
And he's the only guy to ever defend the title 3 times. This guy's a beast.
Has lost only once in a UFC title bout. A loss that came at the hands of Daniel Cormier.
One of the greatest of all time.
From the Olympics to the Strikeforce Grand Prix. And from UFC light heavyweight.
The man does it all, folks.
To heavyweight. Champion of the world.
I'm a 2-division champion, baby!
DC's career also pays mine to a particular defeat.
Oh, DC is down! Oh, that's it! DC exacts his revenge!
I could have walked away. I could have said no.
At UFC 252, these men will break the 1-1 tie with a rubber match to determine the greatest heavyweight to ever live.
I should have been all the things I thought I could be.
So many great fighters and pushing each other towards greatness, pushing each other towards this great trilogy.
August 15th, you hear and new again.
Daniel Cormier! He got it done! Unprecedented, rarefied air!
I'm going to retire. It sucked, you know, to retire the rest of your life when you lost to me again.
Oh, DC's hurt! That's it!
And once again, the heavyweight division belongs to him.
The trilogy will top a stacked card as undefeated fan favorite Sean O'Malley.
Oh! The walk-off KO! The sugar shot!
Battles Marlon Chito Vera.
Oh! What a knockout there from Chito Vera.
And former heavyweight champ Junior Dos Santos.
Oh, that's it! The timing and the power of Junior Dos Santos!
Throws down with top 10 knockout artist Jairzinho Rosenstruck.
Jairzinho Rosenstruck gets it done!
Witness the stories of those who will put it all on the line in Las Vegas.
Run, 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 run!
This is UFC 252.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Countdown. The American Kickboxing Academy in San Jose, California, is a shrine that pays homage to the many legendary fighters it has produced, including former Olympic wrestler Daniel Cormier.
Changing levels, head movement, side to side. I'll just be right in front of them. There you go.
Who arrived nearly 1 decade ago and found immediate success.
Pressure and angle. Good, good, good. Keep it up. Pressure.
You were in control the whole time, but just put your hips down a little bit more so you can throw more power.
Okay.
AKA, Cormier became the undefeated heavyweight winner of the Strikeforce Grand Prix.
He is the Strikeforce Heavyweight World Grand Prix champion out of American Kickboxing Academy, Daniel Cormier.
The UFC Light Heavyweight champion.
Daniel Cormier, the new UFC Light Heavyweight champion.
And in time, returned to heavyweight for a chance to capture a second UFC belt.
It's been a long time since we've seen DC at heavyweight.
Why not make this fight happen, especially against a guy who's been extremely successful and undefeated at heavyweight and has an Olympic background and currently has a title. Do not sleep on Daniel Cormier. He has the skill set and he knows how to win fights.
At the time, the division was ruled by its greatest champion in history.
He's a walk-in-the-park killer.
Stipe Miocic. A brute Croatian-American boxer with devastating knockout ability.
Oh, that's it! I mean, how much power you have to have going backwards to deliver that kind of blow.
And the heavyweight record for consecutive title defenses.
He is the most accomplished heavyweight champion in the history of this sport. He's the only guy to ever defend the title 3 times. This guy's a beast.
Stipe Miocic retains his UFC heavyweight title.
When you think about the greatest heavyweights in UFC history, Stipe's the guy.
He's knocked out Fabricio Verdum, knocked out Alistair Overeem, knocked out Junior Dos Santos, and beat Francis Ngannou. He's the man who's beaten the best of the best that they put in front of him.
Stipe Miocic has conquered Francis Ngannou tonight. Never before has a UFC light heavyweight champion moved up to challenge the active heavyweight champion. That is our reality here and now.
He's the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time. And I was very confident that I would beat him because I feel like I'm a better mixed martial artist all around.
Daniel Cormier trying to leave here with a piece of unprecedented UFC history in this modern era. Stipe Miocic trying to successfully defend this belt for a 4th time. Miocic trying to close the distance here early.
Stipe's hitting him with some really good shots.
Nice combination from the champ.
This is a real heavyweight. DC popped him a couple of times. Offense, DC, go!
DC's coaches were all saying is he's hitting harder.
Oh! Big 1-2 from Cormier.
The weight is making him knock people out more. So let's see, I mean, if the power really translates for him.
We were kind of going tit for tat, and then I landed that beautiful right hand that put him out.
He got it done. Daniel Cormier is the UFC heavyweight champion.
I was a heavyweight for a long time, and I left the division. I never knew what I could become, but tonight I got the answer. I'm a 2-division champion, baby!
One of the greatest of all time, Daniel Cormier. Unprecedented, rarefied air.
I've long worked and talked about legacy. And to beat Stipe Miocic, have 2 titles, my legacy was cemented that night.
Stipe Miocic set a new standard for this division, and Daniel put all of that to bed tonight.
He won the lottery. I mean, I've been hit way, way harder. Just come right a button. You know, but the best thing out of the whole situation was 2 weeks later, my daughter was born.
On the count of 1, 2, 3.
Honestly, that was probably my saving grace. Come here, Moo. Run, 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 run. I hope she knows that. I can't wait to tell her when she gets older. Yeah, baby. Here, my puff, here. The good stuff. The good, the good stuff. Come on, baby, we're gonna go, baby.
Go for a walk.
We'll go for a walk? It's nice out. You gonna get Daddy's car all wet? Wanna go do that? That'd be fun. Okay, let's go this way. Let's go back. Let's go this way. No. Okay, go this way. Just being a parent, me and my wife love it. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, ready? Whoa! Okay, we all done? Okay, let's go see Mama. You know, she's a diva at times, but she's a pretty good kid. We come back. Oh. Baby, don't make that face. I love you. Oh.
A growing family offered welcome distractions for Miocic.
Is that a booger?
Ew! You're caught.
Don't do that.
No.
As he rebounded from defeat and began his pursuit of a second bout with Cormier. A frustrating pursuit that saw Cormier fixated on anything but the rematch with Miocic.
Hey, there's a guy. I never thought I would fight him, but Brock Lesnar, get your ass in here. DC, I'm coming for you,
You called for the rematch right away. You know, it sucks not being champ. You know, I like being champ. That's why I want the rematch.
Stipe wants a rematch. You can give it to him. I don't know. I think I'm going to fight Brock Lesnar.
You defended the belt more times than anyone that had a belt for over 2 years. Why wouldn't I get a rematch?
We all want to fight Brock, so that's the fight that needs to happen.
I think anyone would be, frustrated when, you defended the belt so many times and, this dude's trying to call a guy that hasn't fought in like 2.5 years.
There was a lot of conversation about setting up a fight between you and Brock Lesnar.
Sometimes ideas don't come to fruition, and that was one of those deals with Brock Lesnar.
I offered to fight him in New York, and he said no, he'd rather fight Derek Lewis.
Daniel Cormier will defend his UFC heavyweight title against Derek Lewis at UFC 230.
And the only one who has any complaint about it at all is Stipe Miocic.
I just wanted my title shot, man. I've defended it more times than anyone. I've seen guys that had a title, never defended it, and still got a title shot back.
And he gives up his back, and Daniel's got one hook in.
Oh, that's it, Joe.
He's got the neck.
There's the tap.
That's
Daniel Cormier defends his UFC heavyweight title. And a big part of the goal tonight was to try to preserve a potential date with Brock Lesnar prior to his 40th birthday.
Just seems like he's, two-faced. Says one thing and then goes back and says something totally different.
Let's go, Brock!
I just want to fight, dude.
I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you this on record. Brock Lesnar doesn't make it to the fight for any reason. I'll fight Stipe again.
3 squats, 3 deadlifts. For a minute and a half, then we'll switch to the black bands. All right, ready? Go.
From super fights to other lucrative opportunities that tempted retirement.
The baddest man on the planet, I think they call you, Daniel Cormier, is here.
She was doing a great job of feinting. Oh, my goodness, he's hurt. Oh, this guy's crazy. Oh!
Cormier would eventually settle on the fight that was meant to be.
You heard Brock Lesnar was, in fact, retiring from MMA officially. He's not coming back, so that fight with Daniel Cormier not going to happen.
Stipe is such a great fighter that he may find himself back in that position.
And the highly anticipated championship rematch was finally booked.
Took a while, but listen, we finally got it.
There has been no better UFC heavyweight campaign than that of reigning king, Stipe Miocic.
I haven't actually been here for the last.
But the two-time champion, with the division's consecutive title defense record, was motivated most by the chance to avenge his lone championship defeat.
Daniel Cormier trying to leave here with a piece of unprecedented UFC history. Stipe Miocic trying to successfully defend this belt. Daniel Cormier is the UFC heavyweight champion!
Out of nowhere!
The new baddest man on the planet, potentially with 2 UFC titles to now defend.
DC's resume speaks for itself. He's great. And he's done what he's done, but I don't think he's at a level of a Stipe. There's a little vented up energy or frustration when he pull out a fluke, overhand punch, but Stipe's out to prove why he's the greatest of all time. Minute to go.
The first UFC champion to successfully defend titles in 2 divisions. Here is the UFC heavyweight champion, Daniel Cormier, and what a way to bolster his overall and heavyweight MMA legacy here tonight in Anaheim, California.
In August of 2019, Miocic got his long-awaited shot at redemption against then-champion Daniel Cormier.
And And Joe, he's been very dismissive of DC's first effort against him. He has called it fluky, he has invoked the word lottery, and he can put all of that to bed in a large weight tonight.
He got caught. He got caught with the perfect punch. It was a beautiful setup, and he thinks that that shouldn't have happened, and if it didn't happen, he would still be the heavyweight champion of the world.
With that, the rematch is upon us.
I expect Stipe to try to keep this fight on the outside now. Use his length, use his reach, and use his kicks. Oh, we heard him again.
Cormier off to a very good start here, 90 seconds in.
He caught him twice clean there. And there's the single.
Oh, there it is. There's his move. That's what he does to everybody. What does he do with it, though?
He jumps up and drops you on your back.
Hold on, hold on.
This fight already now longer than the first meeting. All champion in round one.
Second time I fought DC, my feet were stuck in quicksand. I just couldn't move. I just couldn't get a rhythm going.
And Stipe's not moving. He's standing in front of him while this is happening. Oh, he got cracked.
Stipe might be hurt.
Pretty much a punching bag, but whatever.
DC's just dropping his hands and walking towards him with disdain. Look at him. Look at that. Oh, man. DC with big shots.
How much easier it is for DC to fight when his legs aren't getting tapped, attacked.
Stipe, move your feet!
It's just straight boxing in the pocket. This is DC style fight. Dirty boxing, Greco-Roman wrestling in the pocket.
Oh! Stipe's very tired.
Hands up!
And so is DC. Both these guys, this is a grueling fight.
Likely 3-0 for the champ.
Listen, you can't try it, you gotta do it. You gotta move your feet, you gotta do it, okay?
We have arrived at the championship rounds.
You gotta dig deep now, look it, it's in here. I know it's in here.
Nice left to the body. Stipe coming on strong. Oh, he attacks him again.
There you go. Good movement.
That one hurt DC a little, yep.
Yes.
And now he's made the adjustment.
Fourth round, that's when I hit him with that one body shot, and I'm like, yeah, he's done. I knew it.
Now Stipe's fighting like the Stipe who's the champion.
I think 13 body shots speak for itself.
Oh, another hard left hand to the body.
You know, I have great coaches, and this is what we do.
DC knows he's...
Waited more than a year, and once again the heavyweight division belongs to him. But the celebration is on in Cleveland, Ohio. Stipe reigns supreme tonight in Anaheim, California.
I think about everything. Like, how do I give the belt back? You know, I really want this new belt. And I love the Apex. Because with the small cage, single leg, wrestling. It is what it is. Like, last time I couldn't wrestle. I couldn't train wrestling because my back was so messed up. And it doesn't get bigger, right? A trilogy fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. What more could I possibly be chasing?
It only makes sense that Miocic and Cormier settled the score in a rubber match now set to headline UFC 252. And the unique circumstances brought on by our ever-changing world will allow Cormier to simplify a once hectic lifestyle.
ESPN ESPYs, second year in a row that I've come. What a fantastic event.
Boom! Fast.
The previously interfered with training camp.
Jump over here. Here you go, come on. There you go.
All right, and 2 whistles. First one, dropping our hands. Let's go, start moving. Go.
Thrilled to welcome in my broadcast partners. The 2-division UFC champion, Daniel Cormier, is here.
Good, keep moving. Move those hands. I got my new belt. I went and got some new teeth, too, eh? Look at me. $1 million smile, Joe. Good, keep moving. Let's go. Pop up, pop up, pop up.
Leading into the second fight, I was doing a lot of things outside of training.
2 hook. Double that hook. As coaches, we get frustrated when we're so focused on this and you got a million things going on. Yeah. But now we're ready to kick some ass. There's no wrestling. There's no X amount of things going on TV, whatever it is. He has got the focus on one thing. And it's Stipe Miocic. There you go.
Strong Style MMA is back in business, where modified operations meet the demands of an ever-changing world. But office hours resume, as they always have, for gym owner Marcus Marinelli, who meticulously identifies ways for UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic to shine in the upcoming trilogy bout with Daniel Cormier.
Cormier off to a very good start here, 90 seconds in.
And Stipe's not moving. He's standing in front of him while this is happening.
Stipe, move your feet! Stipe functions very well in chaos. I think he could win fights in chaos, and he has.
Move! You gotta move more!
But, you know, when you're with somebody like Cormier, that's 50-50. Those are not good odds.
That jab's just tagging Stipe up. Just like the first fight, that jab's working all night for DC. There it is.
Not at all the start Stipe had envisioned.
I just thought that somehow we got to kind of wake him up to pull him out of this brawling mode, you know?
Close your eyes, relax, take yourself somewhere else for a second. Let the chaos go. You got to let the chaos go.
Sometimes it's motivation. Sometimes it's like, listen, we got to get going, you know?
Look at me. You want to beat this right? You got to dig deep now. Look, it's in here. I know it's in here. Get your mojo back. Let's go.
Miocic certainly starting to find the range here as this fight continues.
A little different mindset, though, see? Way less chaos. A little more strategic.
Nice left to the body. Very nice left to the body by Stipe.
There you go. Now get spurred.
He made the decision to shoot the body shots.
Oh, another one.
He's got such a good fight IQ. He makes those decisions on flight, and he's seen it.
Oh, DC's hurt.
Oh, now a right hand up top. Cormier in trouble.
That's it.
Miocic is getting the belt back.
Wow.
And then, I'm not sure where that came from, you know. I think it's an Irish dance, maybe it's a Croatian dance. But yeah, freaking great feeling, man. Get that belt back right where it belongs.
Like most fighters in 2020, Miocic now spends a portion of his training camp in the comforts of home.
Look what Mama's got.
What?
Hey, don't pick that nose. Don't pick that nose.
But the consummate pro doesn't let convenience interrupt the task at hand, which is learning from one loss to Daniel Cormier and one win.
Oh, DC in a world of trouble. He is down.
In order to secure victory in the rubber match.
The main thing that we learned is that Stipe is a better fighter than DC.
Clock's on.
You know, I know that he wrestled in the first round last time, but, you know, he tried to wrestle later in the fight, and, you know, he got stuffed, and then Stipe did take him down also. You know, but we're prepared to beat him in every part of the game.
Cormier continues to be the aggressor and close the distance here. Stipe with a nice counter.
He's not taking Stipe out. Stipe's still here. Look at this. Stipe with the takedown.
You control that inside bicep and that one arm like you're doing.
Strong round for the former champion.
Round, guys. Good job.
I'm a better fighter. He threw everything at me and he couldn't do anything, and I didn't fight nearly up to my capability.
Pressure from the former champion. Now he's pressing forward.
There you go.
He is digging, and he goes up top, too.
So some tactical changes here for Miocic.
Oh, there it is.
Work your way into your range, so we're not starting in range all the time. Good.
And I'm not going to let him do what he wants, and I'm not going to sit there and be at my feet in quicksand again. I go out there, I'm just going to do what I do, destroy him, and fly home and hang out with my family.
Speed! Pop!
Stipe exacts his revenge!
There are few careers as decorated as that of former WFC champion Daniel Cormier. But as he prepares for his last professional fight, the historic trilogy bout with Miocic, Cormier cherishes the road ahead.
We live our life in stages. You know, stage one was growing up in Louisiana, and then it was wrestling. And then this UFC career became the second stage of my life. What's up, dude?
Oh, he's gonna get you.
What's up, dude?
Oh, he's gonna get you.
The third chapter, I feel, is gonna be bigger than anything that I've ever done.
Whoever's gonna play the game, you guys have to blow up your balloon. The first person runs down, and they'll have a balloon tied on their waist. You can only use your body to pop the balloon. Daniel says whatever team wins, everybody will get $100.
Wait, I'll stay involved by calling the fights, training guys to fight.
Mark, get set, go down.
And I get to spend more time with my children.
Go, Thiago, get it, break it. Break it, Thiago.
Kill that. And I get to spend more time with Selena. I'm having a third kid in October. Obviously, I'm gonna be busy still, but they need to be the focus now, and I'm excited about that.
They done?
Yeah. I'm excited about being that guy that can be at every gymnastics competition, in every wrestling match. I wanna be the dad that's just there. They're gonna know me more as Daniel's crazy dad opposed to DC the fighter.
Although Cormier's final training camp will be unlike any he has ever had before. It includes members who have guided Cormier since day one. And this tight-knit group savors the conclusion of a Hall of Fame journey.
When will we meet again, or when will we be as a team again? Probably never. It's sad for us coaches, you know, but I mean, this is what we do. We sign up to train these guys to become elite fighters, and you know, there's gonna be a time where you gotta let go of them. We had a good run, but we'll get that sweet moment, you know, where we get his hand raised and he's a champ again, and just go right off into the sunset.
Most of our great champions don't end on top. And if last fight would have been it for me,
disappointing result for the Gilroy High School wrestling coach.
I would have been just like the rest of them. But there's unfinished business. Stipe Miocic is my biggest rival. And this fight determines the greatest heavyweight the UFC's ever had. This fight's for legacy. This fight's for everything. I have to win this fight.
He goes back to the drawing board, or does he?
Who knows?
I think the question is really, does DC have a shot at winning another title? And if not, does he want to keep fighting?
If Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic never fought again, they would forever be remembered as two of the best to ever compete. But Cormier, the former double champion,
Daniel Cormier has done it!
and Miocic, owner of the heavyweight title defense record,
The first man to defend the heavyweight title 3 times,
have this opportunity to achieve iconic status on August 15th.
the way he won and the way he beat Stipe in the first fight, that is as clean as it gets.
They stand at 1-1.
Oh, DC in a world of trouble, he is down!
Set to prove once and for all who is best.
5 victories in world championship heavyweight fights. That's unprecedented.
In the UFC 252 trilogy headline, with heavyweight gold on the line.
You walk in, beat that ass, get the belt wrapped around the waist, and walk out.
Once again, the heavyweight division belongs to him.
But Daniel Cormier is extremely fast.
He just feels strong. He hits harder. This fight is history. This fight is to figure out who is the baddest man on the planet.
August 15th, you hear and new again.